Gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we
Yo,
we is back, episode number 27 of the Not the Same Podcast Sports Show. We is back, man. You know what, man? I'm gonna give us just one of these. We back, man. Made it 27, season number 2 of the regular show. Still season 1 of this show, and we back like we never left. Brother, what's good, man?
Man, I'm amped, bro. Like NBA playoffs.
What up, D?
D, what's popping? NHL playoffs. Like, I don't watch the NHL till the playoffs get here, and bruh, it's they out there, bruh. They doing their thing.
They out there. They doing the most.
Nah, it's some good games. Like straight up good games. Devin almost got me jumped. We went to
What up, Miss Dingle? How you doing, man? Go ahead.
We went out to eat for his birthday. They was playing the Blues game. This boy yells out, "Blues suck." Like, listen, brother.
What's wrong with Devin? Don't do that, dog. Like,
no.
Don't do that, dog. Don't do that. Don't play, because they get to playing Gloria and all that stuff. And doing the most of that hockey stuff.
I told him, I say, brother, don't you ever in your life put your father in a position.
Listen, man. We going to get into the normal show, but I'm going to tell y'all this, dog. Them hockey players hit different, fam. Like,
different.
Look, me and my brothers, we one words, man. But hockey fans, they hit different, man. Like 90% of hockey players are missing a tooth. Let that breathe. Matter of fact, I got something for you, dog. For real. Like 90% of hockey fans missing a tooth. Let that breathe, fam. Miss Johnson, how you doing, man? Appreciate you sliding through.
Popping. Hey, look, I told Devin, I say, man, don't put me in that position. Don't do that. Because they was already running through the restaurant. Go Blues, high-fiving everybody. And as soon as this was game 3, soon as the game started, Blues gave up a goal. Blues suck. Don't do that no more. That boy almost got put on punishment just for putting me in a position.
Like, what? Why he doing that? Like, don't do that. You should have said, all right, just for that, brother, you ain't eating tonight. Give me your plate. All right, man. Yeah, let's get into what's popping, man. Like I said, episode 27. And we are live and direct on Praise 365. If you listening, say what up, though. You know what I mean?
What up?
And slide over through. If you want to see what we look like, these ugly, big head one words, come on through.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Our wives like it, though. But anyway, you ain't got to, but long as one person do, we straight around here. We straight around here. But nah, man, hey, if you listen to Praise 365, please slide through and check out the Not the Same Podcast live. As we have a guest debater tonight, I assist Miss C. Monroe, you know what I'm saying? Host of the live Sports Talk with C podcast. Check that out. So in a few minutes, we'll bring her in. So let's get into it. Rob, I got a question for you.
What is?
Somebody tell me what's pop.
It is.
A little switch.
Yeah.
Anyway, brother, the number one thing that we talking about tonight is the NBA playoffs updates.
Yeah,
Rob always come with the stats, man. Let's get it, man. But before you go
ahead.
Let me say
Go
this,
ahead,
man.
Well, go ahead, brother.
I wore a special shirt tonight because, I always wear this Memphis Grizzlies hat. I love my team, but I got a Superman shirt on tonight. Here's the reason why. I like Superman, and it's a black on black Superman shirt. That's dope. I like all that. But we lost Superman. And listen, there is hope. There's hope. But we lost our Superman, and Steph Curry's talking spicy collectively, coincidentally, and conveniently after Ja is hurt, and now he's talking about, we're going to whoop that trick tonight. I was cool with us losing tonight till I saw that. I was cool with it, bro, because, my man hurt, and I had accepted the fact, our fate, my guy's hurt, and we'll deal with it. But, you don't be talking about you going to do that. So I hope we win tonight, but we may not, but it's all good.
Whoa. Steph said that?
Yeah, he said that. It's a video told Kendra Andrews, sister of Malika Andrews.
Yeah.
We're quite aware. And he told her on a live interview talking about some shut up. Anyway, he told on the interview talking about we're gonna whoop that trick. Stop that. You know what I mean? What up, Cortez?
Hey,
appreciate
you.
You
can't do that, bro. You can't do that.
What, Steph?
Cause if it was the other way, because if it was the other way around, you wouldn't have no problem with them talking saucy. That's all I'm
No. If Steph was hurt and my team was talking to, no. I wouldn't be cool with that. If their best player, which is Steph Curry, a.k.a. might be Jordan Poole, because you've been convincing me, and I'm pretty much convinced he's like 1B right now. He's past Clay. But if Jordan Poole or Steph was hurt, I wouldn't be like, nah, go in there, we going to kill them. No, it's an uneven balance. Now, I would take the W, though, fam.
Oh, y'all
or like my man, what's the dude, quarterback for the Saints, Jameis Winston talking about eating a W. I will eat the W for that one.
Right.
Crazy dude. But nah, dog, that's whack. But anyway.
I get it. I hear you.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get with the update, man. I just had to state that because, I'm a Grizzly fan, and Golden State fans been real spicy for a championship team. Why y'all so spicy? Like, bruh, we just
because they don't get the respect they feel like they deserve.
They got 3 championships.
Yeah, but
we don't get the respect we deserve. Not them. Anyway, carry on, brother. This is not
I don't agree with that one. That's not a debate for you, but we're going to keep it going. And I think the only reason they spicy like that is because folks think Durant is the reason why they got those championships. But, hey,
they won one before Durant got there. So
they did. Last night, Phoenix beat Dallas to go up 3-2. Game 6 is tomorrow night. If y'all have not watched this series has actually turned into a pretty good series. Luka came back. You got Finney Smith, the boy hitting threes like he on 2K or NBA Jam, like he just caught on fire somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So last night's win was big. They came through. Phoenix handled their business last night, though. Right. They look like
Orlando Page. What's up, sir?
What's going on? Hey, shout out to RYC Praise Radio, man. They another rebroadcast of the Not the Same podcast.
Yes, sir.
RYC Praise News. I'm sorry. Golden State is up 3-1. I'm going to get it right. Up 3-1 over the Grizzlies. Games 5 tonight in Memphis. This is what I'm going to tell you. Spicy or not, Memphis only lost by two points this last game. Like, questionable refereeing ref calls and fouls and phantom fouls and all this crap. I'll get to that a little later.
My boy Steph just went flying from a little touch in the back. That boy said, all the way into the crowd. Come on, dog. Why you got a soldier boy all the way into the crowd, bro?
Hey,
anyway, carry on. My bad, dog.
He light-skinned, bro. He light-skinned. You know how that goes.
Don't hate on light-skins, dog. Don't hate.
West, that's the
Our
West
guest is
NBA
light-skinned. Don't be hating on light-skins.
I'm talking. No, and not at all. Because mama, she light-skinned. You know that. So what I'm talking about some of the stuff the men do, okay? Let's get that straight.
Okay.
All right. East. The Bucks and Celtics are tied at 2-2 with Game 5 tonight in Boston. Both teams held home court. So now we're back in Boston seeing what's getting ready to pop off. I'm going to speak more on this series a little later in the show. Okay. My beloved Heat. I got my Heat Nation shirt on. You can't really see it. Heat leads the Sixers 3-2 after last night's win. Game 6 tomorrow night in Philly. And honestly, the referees wasn't – I'm going to say this about the refs, man. When Embiid came back and it looked like he could possibly win the MVP, they were giving him every foul you could possibly get. Now that Jokic got it, we was able to play Heat basketball again last night. Shout out to the refs.
I just say this. I don't like that Jokic won the MVP. I'm just going to
I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it. Embiid had a beast of a year, man. I'm just saying. Anyway, WNBA started this weekend, man. What's up with that, brother? Hey, my girl, homegirl with the braids, like the brat. Hey, she out there killing it for the Indiana team.
Yeah, you talking about Destiny Henderson, bro.
Handling her business.
Yeah, bro. What happened?
We can't see it, but something that I guess did in the background. No, we'll talk about it when we have on. And go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So, she we gonna talk about the WNBA later on when she get in here, but it did get started. Sparks are looking good. I'll talk about that a little later on the show once we bring C on.
Gave Candace Sparks that L.
Yeah. So from the first week of the WNBA, this is what I would say. I'm looking forward to the season. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the season. And my prediction, I give it later on when our subject matter expert hits the show.
All right. I'm going to let you fully handle this because I know nothing about hockey. But the NHL playoffs, all I know, I heard the Blues won. Salute to the Blues. Go Blues, Gloria. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. So in the NHL update, round one for the Western Conference when it comes to NHL hockey.
Yeah.
College Avalanche, they swept the Nashville Predators. Why Nashville has a hockey team, I don't know. They went out 4-0. That's probably why. And they're waiting to win.
They've been good though. They was good a
They
couple
have
years
been.
ago,
I
but
mean,
why?
but they
'Cause
was in the playoffs this year, so
they have a hockey
it works
team
out.
because they couldn't get the Grizzlies. But anyway, carry on.
Hey, they
Carry
making the
on.
playoffs. That revenue coming on after the season. But the Avalanche is waiting on the winner of the Blues Minnesota Wild matchup, which the Blues are up 3-2. You got the Calgary Flames. They're tied 2-2 with the Dallas Stars. Very good series, actually. Edmonton Oilers are up 3-2 over the Los Angeles Kings. Going over to the East, Washington Capitals. I grew up in D.C., so I always kind of watch to see what they're doing. They're tied 2-2 with the Florida Panthers. You got the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're up 3-2 over the Maple Leafs. Carolina Hurricanes. They're up 3-2 over the Boston Bruins. And one team that I've been following since Mario Lemieux, and now with Crosby, Pittsburgh Penguins are up 3-1 over the New York Rangers right now. So that is your NHL playoff hockey update. This is what I would tell you. If you do not like hockey, catch the third period if the game is tied, and I guarantee you'll have a newfound respect for how them boys out there playing and how they substituting and getting in and out on that ice. Real nice, bro. Real nice.
My guy Glenn Murray said the Maple Leafs are up 3-2. Salute.
Yeah.
Now Glenn know about it. 'Cause Glenn from up there north
wrong?
of the border. Nah, he's just probably shouting out his team, brother. That's all.
No, I said Tampa Bay was up 3-2. He corrected me. Right on, Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn.
I thought the Lightning was up 3-2 over the Leafs. So good luck.
Next subject. Canelo loses. And also, Katie Taylor beats Serrano, and they had a big rating viewership for that fight. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. So, Canelo Alvarez, you either like him or you don't. His last defeat came against Floyd Mayweather back in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. He only had 2 losses, and this that happened this last Saturday versus Dimitri Bivol. The loss overall, the scorecards was a little suspect. It was a good fight. But Bivol beat the sleeves off of Canelo. Like, I'm going to tell y'all something. He got outboxed round for round, and he should have, and Bivol won, who is now 20-0. The loss moves Canelo from number 1 in boxing, overall boxing rankings, to number 4. And this win catapulted Bivol from not being ranked to number 8 overall in boxing rankings. So, you can say what you want to say, but even bigger than all that, because, you know, people look at Canelo and be like, some of his opponents ain't up to par. But what I will say is Katie Taylor beating Serrano was the biggest women's draw in streaming history. 1.5 women via stream, 1.5 million viewers, and they became the first 2 women to headline the famous Madison Square Garden in a boxing event. So shout out to them, man. Like that's just crazy. It's historic in its own right. And
salute the ladies, man. Give them one of these. Salute to them,
bro. Real. And the fight wasn't no trash either. They was going at it, bro.
All right, last subject. Brady to join Fox as an analyst when he retires. He's already been hired. You know what I mean? So what's up with that, brother?
That boy got a job already. I feel like it could go one or two ways. He either gonna suck or he gonna be like Troy Aikman / Tony Romo.
Romo was fired.
Football, I know. Where their football IQ shows as they tell what the player's about to do before the play even unfold on live TV. I love watching Romo commentate a game because you're right there and you feel like, yo, my man already know the shifts. He knows slots. He knows out routes. And he's telling the casual fan what to look out for. It brings the game to a whole new level. You know, like ESPN be having those like breakdown with Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, before he left.
Detail.
They got
Detail. That's
details.
What it is.
And they do it with Peyton Manning. Romo does it live. He don't have time. Like, those guys look at footage and break it down. Romo breaks it down live. And if Brady is the competitor that we all know who he is, he should excel as an analyst or he's going to just suck.
I think
one
the
or
best
other.
thing ever for Brady's career is getting out of New England. That was the best thing ever for his. I guess it's so appalled, but no. And as for his national persona, that's what I mean. It was the best thing ever because under Bill Belichick, he couldn't be free and just have a full personality. We didn't know Tom Brady had this all this personality until he got down to Florida and got into a little bit of heat.
Right.
But nah, man, hey, for real, Brady became a whole lot more, I say, marketable with him talking more so than him just being Brady once he got away from there. So that's interesting, man. All right, man, let's get to our soapbox segment, man.
Hold up,
Go
Glenn
ahead.
Murray, is that what the deal was? 10 years, $375?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He ain't paying him that. This man ain't. This ain't Jim Nance, dog. He just getting started. We don't know what he gonna do. All right, man. Let's get into this soapbox segment before we bring our guest on.
Soapbox.
Hey, I'm
Soapbox
telling y'all
segment,
right
the first part of the segment. Why is Brady getting paid so much to talk with no experience?
Hey, listen, I'm telling y'all right now, if that's really his contract, that is going to be my soapbox the same way my soapbox was on my girl, coach of the Las Vegas Aces, when I felt like it was very
stop hating
disrespectful.
on her, man. That ain't disrespectful. She got her training. She coached man for like a bunch of years. But I don't know. Nah, you right. I'm kidding. You right. Go ahead, brother.
Go back and look at my soapbox.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
all I'm gonna say.
You gonna tell me go back? Okay. All right. This is our soapbox segment where me and Rob go 2 minutes on whatever we want to talk about. Rob normally goes in on a particular sports subject, and I normally go in on whatever. It just depends on the day. And when it's over, you hear a sound like this, and then that's it. As tradition, I always let my brother Rob go first. Is you ready, brother?
Yeah, man.
Let's get it.
Yo, in 2015, the NBA wanted to save face and be more transparent about wrong calls with this thing called the after play report or the last 2 minute report. So this is what I'm going to say. I know the slow motion can make things look way worse. I mean, the most innocent play, going back to Hagen's, I'm going to throw you into this soapbox about why did he grab Ja leg like that? Listen, slow-mo can make anything look bad, just like slow-mo can make anything look good.
Okay.
But to everybody's point, even Butler got called for some fouls on Embiid, and I already told you, I think the refs need to do a better job. Now, I would be a fool to think that the calls don't help recoup the revenue. Look at the Boston Bucks series. Look at all these series that are now 2-2 that came down to the wire. Because right now, honestly, the Warriors and the Grizz should be 2-2. And Boston should be up 3-1 heading into tonight's game. But questionable calls and fan favorites all played in the mix. This is what I'm going to say. I can go on and on about how the referees are going. But when it comes to these replays, we got to stop taking 10 minutes, 20 minutes just to see something that we can see at home was clearly a foul or not a foul. Now, the referees are taking too much into their hands. This is what my soapbox is all about. It's time for us to relook at how we do the last 2 minutes in the NBA. I feel like it should go upstairs regardless for any call. And if you don't have a challenge, it still should go back to the Jersey or wherever it is for the replay center so that we can start getting these things right. I do understand the game is very fast-paced, but when you're looking at a replay screen for 20 or 30 minutes, taking off momentum, come on, refs, we got to do better than that.
Brother, that's a good one. That is a very, very good one.
I didn't get all my stuff out, bro.
How about you? Go ahead. Get your last point. Okay.
I'm good. No, I'm good, bro.
All right. Well, my point is this, and this is hot off the press, because me just finding out that Tom Brady get paid $375 million without an ounce of broadcasting training, without an ounce of anything like that he just started talking when he left New England. I said that a second ago, and now my man finna get paid $375 million. Now, we have a great example of Tony Romo. I think Tony Romo is a better announcer than he was a quarterback. Yeah. But if we playing by that same rule, do we think Tom Brady gonna be able to do that? Tom Brady is already weird and slick, kind of highbrow. And what I mean by that, he kind of talk to you like you stupid. So how's that gonna go over with national America? And once again, why is this man making $375 million without any training? Just because he's famous. Why? I know the reason why, but I'm just asking why. But let me tell you why. He's a very good quarterback. Yes, that's a good point. He's one of the best quarterbacks. Yes, that's a good point. And I'm just gonna say that. He's a little bit lighter shade of brown. That helps too. You know what I mean? But I just don't think it's fair. What if, why we couldn't let Swagoo get in a position like that? I'm just saying that Swagoo may not be that great, but don't he have knowledge of football? Isn't he? And most of the time, the announcers are not great players. Great players don't seem to do well. Like, the best coaches ain't really good players. The best coaches are these slow dudes, but they got these great minds, right? It kind of goes the same with this broadcaster stuff. So I'm not feeling that. I like Tom Brady. I really like Tom Brady. I do, especially in Tampa. I like Tom Brady, but it just seems unfair to me, to people within the broadcaster industry. Like, bro, like, seriously, why? Why? Buzz myself.
Yo, this is what I'm going to say. Y'all can pause. Y'all can do whatever. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady is marketable. Most women finds him very attractive. Dude, and they will watch for that reason. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
I wish you could see the background, see face. Anyway, go ahead, bro. My bad.
I can't. Certain people of America.
I can't speak on how the brother looked or whatever, man. But he, what?
I'm not speaking on how
I know.
Brother,
I get what you're saying.
This is what I'm saying. Troy Aikman got the job for the same reason early 90s. He was marketable. He had the blue eyes. People found him attractive. Maybe not none of us, but people found him attractive. They threw him in there with a great analyst, and Troy made his way through. That's the same thing that's about to happen with my man Brady as the lead analyst. That's all I'm saying.
Well, my wife, she can speak on it. She says he all right, but he definitely not $375 million fine. Facts. And on that note, let's get into the Debate Feud segment and bring our sis in, Miss C from Sports Talk with C. Let's get it. Welcome to the show, Miss Sports Talk with C. Her name is not Miss Sports Talk with C. Miss C. Monroe. How you doing, sis? How you doing?
What's going on?
What up?
We're so happy you were able to be on with us again and give us a lot of knowledge on some stuff we may not have as much knowledge on as we need to give us this real good background on WNBA. You know what I mean? But before we even get into this Debate Feud, let's give you one of these. Salute to our sis for being on here and coming back a second time. There's not many repeat guests to the Not the Same podcast, so you should know that we like you and you must like us. So, hey, praise the Lord. It's all good. All right, let's get into it. So, in our Debate Feud segment, we go 5 minutes. We may go a little bit longer with this one for C's first subject, but we're going to dig in with the WNBA update and predictions. The WNBA update and predictions. And then that beautiful logo. They got one of the dopest logos ever. Anyway, the update and predictions. Let's go, sis. Let us know what's going on.
Well, as you all know, Elena Delle Donne is back.
Yes, she
is. So, the Mystics, I feel as though they're going to have a different type of squad this year. She was a 2019 MVP. Mm-hmm. Maisha Hines-Allen and Natasha Cloud, like she said to everyone on national TV, she's a shooter this year. They even won against, who was it? The Aces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without Natasha Cloud. So
Yeah.
the Mystics are a team to definitely look out for. I do want to say, before I go any further, bring BG home, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
There are 10 teams that started without a full roster. We have some overseas, some injuries, so I can't wait to see when teams have their full squad. The Sparks, I love what they did, bring in Canada, Liz Cambage, Lexi Brown, Kennedy Carter. Mm-hmm. It's a different type of energy. They got rid of my girl, Miss Coop, but the squad they have now, I'm ready to see them actually make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Aces with their new coach, they're already dominant. I love Kelsey Plum. She's going to be a problem. I don't know how many people could really guard her, especially, her footwork. Let's see. The New York Liberty, Sabrina Ionescu scored 25 points.
She nice.
I want to see if she can not be afraid using that ankle when she hurt in the wobble. Last year, I felt she was a little timid and really scared. But this year, the add-on with Stephanie Dawson, great. Chicago Sky. I want to see them with my girl Kalia back. Dana Evans gave them a nice push off the bench. The rookies. Oh, I'm loving the rookies this far. I'm loving
Absolutely.
Destiny Henderson, Ryan Howard, Shakira Austin. Those are the three that I'm really liking right now that are making a difference in each game. Henny, she's had scored 19 points against the Sparks. Ryan Howard had 16 points. Shakira Austin had a double-double against Sylvia Fowles.
Yeah.
That's a tough, position for you to guard. She's a great legend. This is her last year. I believe that game she scored her career 6,000 points. What I do want to point out is how our ladies are still traveling.
Yeah.
Commercial.
Come on. Right.
Now, season just began. Someone's already in COVID protocols when she just was in AU Sports all summer, round each other, no problem. But the moment they get on a commercial flight in a plane, they have to go in COVID protocols. It just doesn't make any sense.
Trash.
It feels weird seeing the WNBA play without BG being here.
Yeah.
The part that I didn't like is all the people that got cut, especially with some top draft picks. Like Alyssa Kumain, I believe she was number 3 or 4. She got waived. There was an article that I read about Candace Parker said not a WNBA expansion, but roster expansion. It should be more players. So she was saying that when they practice, if they don't have enough practice, who are they supposed to practice with when they come back from injury? Who are they supposed to, before the game? So she made some valid points, and instead of the WNBA expansion to have, the rosters expanded. And I agree with that too, because there's just way too much talent going to waste. I'm not a UConn fan, but I love Elvina Westbrook. She got waived.
Yep.
I love what's her name who came from NC State, and she got a call after. I forgot her name. And I love her. Reina Perez. And she got waived.
Yeah.
Even teams like Laisha Clarendon. Why did they waive these players, especially when they made a difference? Laisha Clarendon came, and I believe the Lynx looked like a contending squad.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I just think what happened to that money? I would like to know that big, investment. Where did it go? What was it for? We heard about it, but where does this investment go? Because I feel like we're still seeing the same things. Players not getting paid, not enough room. I know it was something about the bargaining agreement, but we got to do something better to make everyone who's eligible to play be able to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally with you as far as shout out to the Mystics 3-0. Like I said, I grew up in DC, so I do watch the hometown teams. Look, prediction wise, I agree totally with you. As far as the rookie class with Destiny Henderson and all of that, I really got the fever. They either hit or miss. They're gonna be that team that they don't know any better and gonna mess around and make the playoffs, or in 2 or 3 seasons, they're going to be dominant as ever because then they'll have that nucleus and what's going on. As far as I believe the Sparks can return to dominance because, like you said, Liz Cambridge is there. I feel like she's hungry. She's trying to prove herself. She don't want to have to show feet anymore. She want to wave championships. Everybody will know what I'm talking about with her page. But the Ogomike sisters, when they're healthy, they're serviceable. Jordan Canada. Very good basketball IQ. I think she's leading the league in assists right now. 7 assists again. And although you mentioned the Sparks, Brittany Sykes.
Oh yes,
she's very aggressive on defense and getting the steal.
Very.
So
her energy is just ridiculous.
Yes, it's crazy, super crazy. So with the WNBA, I was going to ask you what was up with all these cuts. I didn't understand it. They have so many cuts, they got enough to form a new squad, especially like seeing Cooper released and somebody who was number 3 overall. Now they don't even have a job. They got to go back overseas. So that's crazy, bro.
What was the reason? Is it because of money issues or they just cutting them?
It's the money issues and their salary cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't have the money. I made a suggestion. All these fines these refs are getting, give it to the WNBA.
I can't disagree with that. And that has been your WNBA update and predictions with our sis, Miss C. Monroe. All right, man.
Yes,
next subject.
yes.
What is we going to next? Let me see here. I'm pushing these buttons. What's the best playoff series this round? What is the best playoff series this round? Which one is it, y'all? What y'all think? What you think? Let me restart this timer. Let's get it. See, you got first.
I'm going to go with the Bucks and the Celtics. I believe that has been the best series to watch. It's been unpredictable.
Yeah.
The step up by Al Horford I think that's been the best thing to me. He's averaged 10.2 points in the regular season. He had 16 points in the fourth quarter in the last game.
Yep.
Average career high of 30. He had 22 points in the game before that. Jason Tatum in the last minute of the last game was ridiculous. And you thought it was just gonna be the defensive squad against Brooklyn, but they're still doing it in this series. So for my opinion, this is the best series. Their defense in game 4, they held the Bucks to 35% from the field. So this has been the best series. I don't know who's going to win. I had the Bucks going into the series. I don't know now. I just know I want it to go to a game 7.
Absolutely. Rob?
Hey, for sure. Hey, I'm with you. This has been the best series thus far. It reminds me of a 90s game. You know what I mean? I'm a little seasoned, so it looked like a 90s playoff type series.
Yeah.
I do believe that it should be 3-2, not 2-2. I mean, yeah. I think Boston should be up one more game because that last play in Milwaukee was some home cooking. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's 2-2. I do believe they played tonight, if I'm not mistaken, if I did my playoff update correct. But I got Boston coming out of this one. And why? Now I understand. I didn't agree with it at first, and see, I'm going to let you go. I didn't understand why Marcus Smart got Defensive Player of the Year. I really didn't. I wasn't feeling it. But in watching them, they were the number 1 defense all season long. And shout out to their coach because the coach makes his adjustments. Yeah. Hey, he makes adjustments. He does everything he possibly can do to make sure his team is ready. Go ahead, C.
This is not going to be a good debate for you, segment, because I actually agree. But it has been the best one. I thought the series with my team and the Warriors would have been a real good one, but it got jacked up. But I think, let me be something different, though. I think the Heat and the 76ers is a good one, too. Although it was a blowout, when Embiid came back, it became more of a series. It kind of leveled out a little bit. But they did look like pure D trash last night. The Heat stomped them. Ghetto stomped them last night.
Where's James Harden?
Whereas James Harden is an embarrassment to – I mean, bro, if you old, just say you old. You know what I mean? Like
There's
do something,
no way
man.
they should have been beat like that.
No way.
On your squad.
No way.
In a
no
playoff
way.
game.
That shouldn't happen. It should never happen. And it's just crazy. But I think on that team in particular, it should be Embiid, Maxey, then Harden. Maybe Embiid, Maxey, Harris, then Harden. Because Harden ain't what he is no more. You know what I'm saying? Because Harden got all his money and all his points off of fakes, fouls, and getting to the free throw line. You know, he do the little dribble between the legs and a step back and hit the 3. Now that's gone. What can you do? And he chubby. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against chubby players. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Barkley was great. But this dude is not – he's not what he was. He's not what he was. Go ahead, bro.
Dog in him. Half a game.
Yeah, he's never had dog in him, man. Like
Never
you
had
got to
dog.
think about, like, he's never had dog. And anytime somebody with a dog mentality came to a squad, he got him shipped off.
Chris
Think
Paul,
about it.
Westbrook.
Chris Paul, Westbrook.
Was
even
gonna
though
say
the big
Howard,
glute-
but that would be a lie.
Yeah, no, I know, because even though the big glute be tripping, he got a little dog in him. He had it in him. If you don't know who the big
Harden
glute is, I'm
never
talking
had
about
it
Dwayne
in
Howard. Dwight Howard.
Huh?
James Harden never had a dog.
Never.
No.
Howard
Never.
went away, but
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
never had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Howard's went away when he became the big glute.
Just stop. She finally got it. That's what I'm Anyway. Yeah, man. So
Facts.
yeah, obviously the Boston Bucks series that's the one. That's the one. And I really, like C said, I really hope it goes to 7 because it's a great
Yeah.
series. Great series, a lot of competition, and like you said, Big Al, he's playing like young Al.
Yeah.
Right.
My man was a
Yeah.
beast in the fourth, like lost his mind out there. Like
Hey, when he
what-
dunked on
He said it was
Giannis and yelled
and slapped him
oh,
in the
man.
face.
That's
took
when
on
you
that.
know Chris Middleton was missing in that quarter. That's when it
Yes.
finally showed
Yes.
that
Yes.
Chris Middleton
They really miss him
needed
because
to be there.
although Giannis is great, Chris Middleton is more like a creative scorer. You know what I'm saying? He got
Yeah.
a great package. He got the J,
Yeah.
he got the drives, he got the revert, he got all this stuff. Giannis is like I run over you, dunk on you, and a little pull up. That's you know what I'm saying.
Hey.
I'm bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? And
Giannis need to stop shooting threes.
I do the Euro. That's it.
Please just attack the basket. Just
Yeah,
That's it.
stop shooting the three. Giannis is literally, I think the last 2 games may have shot them out because
Yeah.
I think he's maybe 4 for 21
Yeah.
going into that last game, and I could be off, but I think he's only hit like 4 3-pointers this entire series, and he's still putting them up.
Yeah.
what scares me is he hasn't had a good game this series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when it
So
happens,
one
It's gonna happen. I.e. the
Oh,
championship game last year where he dropped 50. I mean, stat that.
yeah, it's
Next
coming.
subject. All right, we're going to, are the refs in the NBA, are the NBA refs the worst in sports? Are the NBA refs the worst in sports? Oh, boy. Let's go.
Yes. Just look at this number. Since
Okay.
April 26th, the players, coaches, whomever, $160,000. It's May 11th.
That's only
That's
been like
April
2 months.
6th, bro.
April 6th. Right.
To
It's
May
barely over a
11th.
month. Right.
Yeah.
That's
AC hot
ridiculous.
over there.
Like, my thing is, like, I get it, but it's there's so, okay. Boston and Nets game, there was 18 fouls in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is
yeah,
going on?
Yeah.
yeah.
And when is it going to be okay that they are called out?
Right.
When is the league going to make it okay for it? Like with Coach Monty, I forgot what game it was. He was breaking it down, but he wasn't rude. He used
They
some
still
big
taxed
words
him.
that I didn't even understand, and they fined him. On April 26th, they fined him.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
what? He didn't use any derogatory words. He didn't say
Right.
anything bad. He just said they went to the foul line this many games and my squad went to the foul line this many games. How you supposed
Yeah.
to win?
Yeah.
When are they going to
Yeah.
be held accountable? Oh, when the game, the 2-minute no.
Right. Right.
They have too much handle over these beautiful games that we're witnessing.
Yes. Yes. Facts.
Yep.
And that's
Facts.
what makes them terrible.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So,
bro.
my take on it is it's you know how they say it's a miss or make league. I feel like it's a series story driven league. Let's talk about Memphis and Minnesota. They wanted Cat to win so bad that Jaren Jackson couldn't defend anybody. He had two fouls within the first 2 minutes. And this is not because it's my boys' team. It's because it's just the fact. They wanted the storyline so bad to be Cat made it after all his tragedy that he went through, and it didn't work out that way. Now, all of a sudden, Jaren Jackson is playing way better defense against quicker players. No fouls being called. He's making it through the entire game with that not many fouls. Same thing with Embiid. He came back the first 2 games in Philly, and all of a sudden Miami, we got called for every foul you could possibly think of. Why? Because they was trying to build the Embiid story. The masked bandit is back. He's gonna get MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I get tired of the narratives being controlled by the referees. And I was going to put this in my soapbox. It kind of reminds me of what Tim Donahue said, or Donahue, whatever his name was,
We
the ref who cheated. Yeah, the ref who cheated back in 2007. He has a point, because this crap is still going on. And you see the 2-minute report, and we all, like, as fans, we already knew that. We saw that during the game. Why didn't they?
Right.
And they took 30 minutes to watch the replay. Go ahead, C.
Yes, I think the NBA refs are the worst, because in the NFL, they're not great, but they have somebody up top that can make calls and overrule the refs that's on the floor. The NBA needs something like that where you can be literally overruled, right? Because they let the chief that night pick, okay, are we going to take this or not? There was a play, speaking of when we was playing Minnesota, and Jaren Jackson has the ball. He's driving to the lane, and Anthony Edwards hits him on the hand and knocks the ball out. And they say, okay, out on Memphis. Okay, if you see it's a foul in the replay and you don't call the foul, why? Why are you using the replay? That's the dumb stuff I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Or, for example, just so many things, or they just be real arrogant. You dig what I'm saying? For example, or the two-wayness, all right? Kyle Anderson said, hey, why did it was a bad call? Tech on you. But why was the call? Get out. Draymond Green runs down the court, screaming, dancing, straight Holy Ghost dancing. Don't call nothing. Why is that? Listen, I understand there's respect for championship level teams. You are a ref. You supposed to call what's right and what's wrong. That is the problem, man. Like, I just think that's trash. I'm just using my team because it's the one I watch the most. But everybody, like, that's crazy, man. Like, it shouldn't. The NBA refs it makes the game bad. Like, the whole first round, a lot of these, you remember it was like all of them was 2-2. And they could have went up one, and everybody had all them fouls. That's when you said Monty got in trouble, my coach got in trouble, all these coaches got in trouble because they got on the refs, because all those series got extended when they didn't have to. Like, don't tell me it ain't a narrative. That's lies. It's a narrative.
Through 20 playoff games, the league is averaging 24 fouls per 100 possessions. That's in an article I read.
And, you know, something you said earlier,
That's
should be
terrible.
It is terrible. And they should be able to be held accountable publicly. Because, like, when they say something about the refs, everybody knows this coach was fined $25,000 or $50,000 for saying this about the refs. This player was fined $50,000 for saying this about the refs. You ain't going to tell me these refs are always right. They say, oh, we deal with them privately. Why? Why is it private? Because if they're a goofball, they need to be taken care of in public. I mean, I just don't get it, man. What'd you say, bro?
Out. No, facts out.
Yeah.
What up, B?
What up, Vanilla? But, yeah, man, that is just trash, man. That's all I'm going to say. All right, the last one. This is an interesting one. You have to really love basketball to understand this question. If you're in a game, you're up 3 with 5 seconds left in the game, and you're playing defense, and all 3 of us, we are coaches right now. Are you fouling? Or are you playing defense? Are you fouling or are you playing defense? What y'all gonna do? Coach C, let me go. Go ahead, sis.
But is it like a full court press, a side out? Like, where are you getting this?
Okay, we'll say
I'm gonna go play with defense.
Okay.
At the end of the day,
5 seconds. Okay, not full. I say 5 seconds from the half court, not full court.
I'm going defense.
Defense.
Mm-hmm.
Rock.
The reason I'm going defense is because there's so many ways you can defend. You can steal the ball when they're passing. You can pick someone's pocket, or you can just lock down on D as a whole squad, get a turnover quick, or the game ends and you still win.
Mr. Davis?
Yeah, I gotta go. It depends. Like sis was saying, if it's
Brother,
half
pick
court,
a side, dog. You can't.
It has to depend, bro.
Depends.
It has to depend. Like, if it's half court, I'm fouling, and the reason I'm fouling because you got to make the shots now. They foul shots if they free throws if you make them. They foul shots if you miss. And I'm dependent on your foul shots. That's all I'm saying is. I'm fouling, because if I play defense and you shoot a 3, and you go to the line, then I didn't just let you back in the game, especially if it's a high percentage free throw shooter.
I don't say well, if it's half court, I'm fouling.
Oh, now you can say it, man.
Yeah,
not right.
I came up with this question. Neither one of y'all came up with this question. I came No, but seriously, if it's full court, I wouldn't foul. Honestly, if it's full court, I wouldn't foul because I would take the gamble on defense full court because they'll dribble off their leg. That's a long way to go. And I feel like if you foul, say you foul with 4 seconds, then that's too much time. Then they can play defense on you, steal the ball, get it back, and win the game. But if it's half court, I'm gonna foul because so many times, or even if say you up 2, and they can hit a 3 to win, I'm fouling because dog, beat me at the line. I'd rather you beat me at the line than hit some last second shot in my face, and have somebody dancing on me, man. But that's what I think.
Okay, brother. Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Westside say definitely defensive minded. Okay, that ain't the answer of the question. I'm messing with him. He said just have someone at the top of the key and put two in the paint. Okay.
From the half. All
yeah,
right.
from the half.
From what we've seen, the players can't even get it inbounds now.
Right. You're not lying about that.
This is true.
How hard is it to pass inbound? They learned this in high school and college. They get to the pros and
But
forget.
that's the problem. A lot of fundamentals are missing.
Right.
Yeah.
They know how to
true.
shoot threes, dribble, and dunk. Nothing in between.
Yeah.
That's it.
The fundamentals are missing. So the stuff that they're supposed to know how to do, they don't know how to do.
Yeah. Let's see. Hagen say, "Nah, I'm playing defense on a 2-point game. I'm fouling on 3-point games though." Okay.
See, it all depends. My brother.
Listen, I always told defense wins, so I'm going with defense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they say. Defense win championships. The reason
with Boston, look at them because before All-Star, they were terrible on defense.
Yep.
After
This is
All-Star
true.
break,
This is true.
they're the number 1 defensive team in the NBA.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have been awesome.
Yeah.
They've been absolutely awesome.
They've
All right,
been
man,
all
before
the
we get
smoke.
up out of here, this is a bonus one. I just got this off the top of my head. Who's winning the championship this year? Off the top of the head.
Go ahead, Sid.
I'm going to stick with my Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Repeat.
Okay. All right, I'm Heat
Why?
Nation all day.
Why, sis?
Why?
Yep.
She wasn't ready for that
Giannis,
one.
Holiday, they just make the game fun for me to watch.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors is boring. I'm sorry, the Warriors is boring. A pool gives them a little feistiness. I don't know. Draymond's feistiness is not the same anymore. Now it seems like he's always crying.
Mm-hmm.
We know now the Grizzlies are not going to go. So I want to see the Bucks repeat. And because so many people already said they weren't coming into the season, I want to see them prove everyone wrong again.
Mr. Davis?
Yeah, I'm going with my Heat Nation, man. Right now, they're smart. They're letting Kyle Lowry rest. He could play. But Hero is showing everybody that Bubble Hero is back. That's why he got 6-man. Because last year, I think he went to Hollywood. He came out the bubble. He had way more fanfare. They gave Duncan Robinson all that money. Hero felt disrespected. Butler is playing like the goon, one word that we know he can be. And they got a deep, like Strauss. You know what I'm saying? They have a deep squad. You know what I mean? So if
shooters
we
on
meet
top
the
of
Bucks,
shooters.
if we meet the Bucks, how I look at it is if Middleton is not healthy, we'll be good. We'll be good, honestly.
I got the Celtics.
I got Heat.
I got the Celtics. Yes, I have the Celtics. And I'm not a Celtics fan. I traditionally hate the Celtics, but I like
That's
that
exactly
team.
why I did.
I like that team in particular. Just that team. I like the coach. I like the way they play. I love their defense, and I feel like they kind of got the air of the team of destiny a little bit because they was trash for the first half of the year to December. They had a trash record. I thought the coach was gonna get fired. I thought he was gonna have one season and he out, and then they turned it all around based on defense, like you said earlier. As for people was talking about the Warriors. Nigel, I know, is a real Warriors fan. Miss Osborne, she might be. I don't know. I say this about the Warriors. They're going to beat us. I don't know if they're going to beat Phoenix. Right? Because all our games been close except for one. And this game been close without Ja. That should never happen. You dig what
I
I'm
thought they
saying?
were going to take. Oh no, I was shocked. I turned out and said,
Right. I'm not now. We're pretty good
20-5
without Ja
Ja.
because I watch my team all the time. I get that.
Y'all was 20-5 without
I
Ja,
get
bro.
that's not the playoffs though. That's regular season. Regular season stuff happen. You can catch people on back to backs. You can catch ain't none of that in the playoffs. Like people are scheming for you. So that's why I didn't. That's why. But I'm not hating on the Warriors. But I say this: it's just that everybody thinks that this is the same Warriors back in the day. Yes, these are the same faces. These ain't the same people. Dog.
that's what I said.
You know what I'm
Draymond
saying?
is not the same player.
They're not the
that
same.
he
They're
was.
older. These are guards in their 30s. Clay, if you watch Clay, this is not the same Clay. He's the same Clay for maybe a quarter, maybe one quarter. And then he goes back to, okay, this man just got off Achilles and the
He did
ACL.
score 60 in a quarter.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know, so he's still nice. Now, Curry, I think he's like 90%. He's pretty good. He's still pretty good. And Poole is the future. But this is not the same, man. This is the thing. That first Warriors team, I say this, I'm gonna let C go. The first Warrior team, what was so great about them is not, I ain't even talking about the KD Warriors. The Warriors before that. What was great about them, the role players were vets.
Yeah.
Vets.
Bogut,
Remember David
Barnes.
West was on that team. Y'all remember Varejao, what's the big dude? Bogut. They had big Bogut on that team. Yes, Bogut wasn't a scorer, but he was a high IQ, well-passing big man. Do y'all remember what's the dude with the fro? They used to come off the bench, automatic inside the paint with the little jumper. Tall, skinny, 6'9". He had the little baby fro.
I
You know what I'm talking about.
I just can't think of his
Is
name.
it Livingston? Sean Livingston.
Sean
Automatic.
Livingston, yes.
Automatic. Coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? The fast Brazilian guy. I can't remember his name. Anyway, he was a guard.
Was a squad, bro.
They had a lot of great. So y'all not the same podcast. Yeah, we're not the same podcast. That you didn't see that one word? And I'm messing with West Side.
They elevate every week. They're not the same.
That's right. We're not the same. But check this. Yeah, so Warriors could do it. But I just think people that are watching it have not realized this is not the same Warriors from before. And just because they looked that great against Denver, Denver was like Jokic and that's it.
Yeah.
Just Jokic.
Facts.
That's why he won MVP, because it was him and a bunch of, I ain't going to say they nobodies, but nobody was close to his level on that
players.
team.
Yeah, a bunch of
Right.
role players.
Anyway.
Without Porter and Murray,
Zaza
you just
Pachulia.
didn't have
I forgot about
anything.
Pachulia.
But
Barbosa. That
Pachulia
was a
who
guy
you was
named
talking about.
Barbosa.
So listen, this is what I'm gonna tell you, Murray. The reason why I'm not picking Phoenix, I just feel like they're too brittle, and I feel like if they get into the finals against anybody in the East, Paul, Booker, or Ayton will get hurt. I'm not wishing it on them. I'm just saying they have not played any physical basketball, because Dallas is finesse. When they go against the Bucks, Boston, or Heat coming out of the East, hopefully my Heat, they're going to get defense from one of them three teams.
Yeah.
And they haven't seen that throughout the playoffs, because everybody over on the West is still doing basically a lot of running gun offense. You looked at some of the games in the East, it looked like a 90s game. It's 50-50 at halftime. So, that's why I'm not picking Phoenix to win it all. I just feel like they one bump away.
Well, Miss C, we appreciate you coming on. The recent
Thanks for
graduate.
having me.
She got degrees over here and stuff. Salute.
Right.
I mean, getting a degree on sports management in the house. We appreciate you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Do not be a stranger. It
All
won't
love.
be the last time. Y'all give some likes, thumbs up, and love, and all that to our sis, Miss C. Monroe. We thank you.
Hey,
Go
tell them
ahead,
where
bro.
they can find you. See,
Yeah, tell her where they can see you at and see your podcast and all that good stuff. Let them know.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and if you giggles, TikTok, but everything is Sports Talk with C. Sports Talk with C, no space, all one word.
Absolutely. All right. Appreciate you, sis.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
All right.
What's up? It's the publisher here, Mr. Kelly Cole, and you're rocking with Not the Same Podcast. Keep it locked.
This one. No.
Of the day.
The one word of the day. We have two one words again. Here's one. There's a man by the name of Joy Sulapek. Rob, do you know who that is? You have any idea who that is? Huh?
Nada.
Not again. Not a thing. Also, the NBA fans. All right, I will explain who Joyce Sullipick is. This is an embarrassing thing because I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I mean? And I love my city, Memphis, Tennessee. But there is somebody, let me see if I can find this guy, that here, he works for Fox 13 in Memphis, Tennessee. And he had this comment on Twitter about, now he's a Grizzly fan, so to speak, maybe, kinda, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you what he said, Rob. A Memphis-based meteorologist is under investigation by his employer for using a racial slur in a tweet about Warriors star Draymond Green amid the Grizz-Warriors playoff series. This is what he said. And chew on this. Draymond runs his knuckle-dragging mouth all day long, but mild-mannered Kyle Anderson disputes one call and get ejected. Now, the term knuckle-dragging, who drags their knuckles, Rob? It don't take a rocket scientist to figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was highly racist. You know what I mean? Now, like Hagan said, he ain't no Memphis fan. He just got a job in Memphis. That is a great point because if you watched our show, I've said this plenty of times, Memphis is 60% black. So if he really knew the demographic he was in, he would have never said that on a public forum. So he is the one word of the day, number one, because he's the one racist word of the day, and he is on suspension right now as they investigate. What are they investigating? I just did a Google search and found that tweet. So they gonna let it die down. He'll get his job back because, you know, politics. But anyway, you are the one word of the day. That is a problem. Also, NBA fans are the one word of the day. Now, in this picture here, you can see this head right here is Chris Paul. Yeah. Green in the green shirt is a Dallas fan. Chris Paul is going after this man because it has been said, my bad, let me get this off here. It has been said that he literally put his hands on Chris Paul's mama and wife. Yeah. NBA fans, bruh, what is wrong with y'all? Dog, what is wrong with y'all? You was out your rabbit mind to put your hands on somebody's mother and wife. What is you doing, fam?
You tripping, bro.
I mean, this is crazy, man. Like, what is going on with the NBA fans? It's like, okay, after the pandemic, it kind of slowed down. Folks got out into these arenas and just got to going stupid. Like, bruh, why would you put your hands on this man's wife? Because, you know, her husband is Chris Paul, and you want the Mavericks to win, so you gonna push his wife? Like, this man should have swung on you, dog. For real.
Yep. Enough said, bro. Both of them some one words.
He said they updated it, and they say he was trying to hug them. Lies. That is a lie. He wasn't trying to hug them. Why would he be trying to? He's not a fan of the Phoenix Suns. He had a Mavericks shirt on. He had a Mavericks shirt on. Yeah, man, it's trash, man. You know, Westside said, "Come on, I heard the worst in Florida." Yeah. But still, it ain't good, and it ain't right. You know what I mean? It ain't right. But
for sure, man. Definitely one words of the day.
Yep. But anyway, man, we gonna about to get up out of here, man. Get some support. Let me get myself straight because I'm all unzoomed with the unzoomed face. Have you ever thought, I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? You can do so by doing this. Hit the Cash App sign, Not the Same Podcast, or you can go to www.notthesamepodcast.com/support. You can also support us by liking and hitting the like and subscribe buttons on your stuff. You know what I mean? When my computer get to moving. Yeah. In all them groups you be in, as Rob always say, go in there and tell somebody about what's going on with the Not the Same Podcast. We will greatly appreciate it. Tell your friend, tell your cousin them, tell your mama them, tell your people them about what we got going on. And it's only going to get better. It's not getting worse. We're not going to get worse. We're not going back. We're moving forward in the King's name. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're out here. But with that being said, man, appreciate all y'all sliding through. We'll be back tomorrow. We might have a guest. We might not. We're going to see what's going to happen, man. But you're going to find out tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on the Not the Same Podcast. So I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
And we is out, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Flexing. gave us the